Turnover is a really big issue for a lot of people who are new to management to deal with. It's a big issue for a lot of companies in general. It's an especially huge issue for the field of human services. The three most common reasons that you're going to hear is a lack of challenge, a lack of pay, I don't like my boss. To solve the challenge problem, you need to constantly be giving people something that's pushing them. A lot of people are worried that, well, if I give them, too hard of stuff, they're going to get upset and quit. That might happen, but I can guarantee you that if you don't give them hard stuff and they get bored, they're either going to quit or they're going to stay and become miserable and toxic, and a lot worse of a scenario for you. When it comes to pay, you tell them to either keep climbing the ladder or use this opportunity to build skills that'll get you in the door somewhere else that will pay you what you need. Last thing that makes people want to leave their jobs is they don't like their boss. And that really just kind of breaks down to relationships. A lot of people think that when you get in the management position, okay, these people work for me, I just tell them what to do, they do it, and that equals success. And when you get into that management position and no one's ever told you otherwise, you get a real hard reality check where, hey, guess what? No one cares about what you're ordering, and if you're gonna act like a jerk, they're just gonna quit and leave and go somewhere else, and then you're out half a team. What you really need to understand as a manager is that your job is to make your team successful. You're not going to do that by giving orders. You're going to do that by supporting them to be successful. And the most foundational thing that needs to be in place for that to happen is you need to have a good relationship with them. And a lot of people just don't understand that. They think that, well, fine, go ahead and go. I'll just hire someone else to replace you. That's not how it works. You can try to hire someone else, but what's to say they won't be out the door just as fast? All of your competition is hiring. They are all hiring for positions that your team wants. They can go anywhere. They can interview for 2 or 3 weeks and get a dozen different job offers. They're not worried about finding another job because the jobs are not in demand. Like, they're everywhere. Good employees are what's in demand, and if you have them, it's your job to get them to stay and be happy. And you do that by developing good relationships with them. You make them happy to come into work and see you every day. You make them excited to work with you on projects. You make them think about you when they're with their friends and they're like, oh yeah, my mentor taught me this, or my boss is really cool, let me tell you the story. When they hold you in that high regard, that is what their motivation to stay is. A lack of challenge, which you solve by challenging them. Give them more stuff that puts them outside their comfort zone. A lack of pay, which you solve by being real with them and say, hey, you're not going to make it rich in this position, but what you can do is continue climbing up the ladder, which will get you more money that you're looking for, or you can use this time to learn skills that'll get you into other companies that will make you that money, if that's what's important to you. Either way, it's beneficial for you to do good work here. Third one is their boss. No one wants to work for a jerk. Even if someone is willing to tolerate you as a poor boss, it's only a matter of time before they leave, or if they are going to stay, they're going to become a huge source of toxicity and force other people to leave around them. You do not benefit when you have poor relationships with your direct reports and your team. You have to have good ones. And if you don't have good ones, show them that you're making an active effort on fixing it. That's how you fix turnover. I've done it multiple times for multiple companies. Everyone's always resistant. Like, I don't want to have a good relationship with Amy because she doesn't like me. Or I don't want to tell Jack that he can make more somewhere else. I don't want to do these things. And to that, I'd say you don't have to do these things. You can keep doing what you're doing. But when you're losing 30 employees a year and you're only pulling in 25, you don't get to complain because you had the solution right here. You just didn't like it, so you didn't implement it. But meanwhile, while you're doing that, all your competitors are learning this, and they're going to retain their employees because they know how to fix those really common problems.